The champs is here.
Yo, we out here on the track where the dreamers run. Each step a testament, yeah, we get it done. Crushing all the hurdles, breaking through the pain. The Texas sun shines bright as we train in the lane. Push it to the limit, never look back. Texas track dad, we run the show. Talking fast times, how the athletes grow. In the podcast groove, we bring the heat. From the field to the mic, can't accept defeat. From Dallas to Houston, yeah, we're raising the bar. Every athlete's story, every victory a star. We hustle on the field, focus sharp like a spear. The clock's ticking down, but the finish line is near. With every single stride, we own the sound. Texas track dad, we run the show. Talking fast times, how the athletes grow. In the podcast groove, we bring the heat. From the field to the mic, can't accept defeat. From Dallas to Houston, yeah, we're raising the bar. Every athlete's story, every victory a star. We hustle on the field, focus sharp like a spear. The clock's ticking down, but the finish line is near. With every single stride, we own the sound. Texas track dad, we run the show. Talking fast times, how the athletes grow. In the podcast groove, we bring the heat. From the field to the mic, can't accept defeat. So lace up your shoes, let the journey commence. Texas track dad, we build the suspense.
Go here. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Hope y'all can hear me. Hey, how y'all like that new intro? It's nice, right? It's nice. I put a lot of time and effort into that. No, I didn't. With this new AI, it make it easy. But I know why y'all here. We at 25 already. People jumping in here. Come on in here. We're live on IG. We're live on Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, all that good stuff or whatever. But we got my favorite sponsor here, TTFCA. We're going to talk about this big winter clinic, coaches clinic coming up, the winter clinic. If you have any questions about the clinic, y'all guys feel free to ask any questions. Drop them in the comments, and we'll try to get those questions answered the best we can. Shout out to my guys at Trackborn. You know, I got to kick them a shout out. If y'all need any track and field equipment, shout out my guys over there at Trackborn, trackborn.com. And of course, you know, we're going to shout out TTFCA. Let's bring them in now. Hey, guys, also go hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Go to IG, get that going as well. Here's the man of the hour here.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey. How you like my new intro? I've been working on it. So
I'm telling you, it's intense.
Hey, Stuart, I just want to say I appreciate all your support with the stuff I do. I really do appreciate it. And it's a busy day today for me, but I make time, especially for you and TTFCA, so we can get this word out.
We appreciate it.
No, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. So I'm gonna let you introduce yourself for the people who don't know you. Let them know who you are, what's your role at TTFCA.
All right. Well, as you mentioned, my name is Stuart Cantor, co-founder of the Texas Track and Field Coaches Association close to 20 years ago. With a gentleman named Steve McBride. He passed away a few years ago. I'm the executive director now, also a teacher and a coach in a TAP school, as you well know, 6A Bishop Lynch. And, when we're not doing some planning for the Winter Clinic or the Meet of Champions, then I'm usually on a track somewhere with a camera in my hand.
Yeah. You take some great pictures, by the way. You take some great pictures. What is TTFCA? Can you spell it out for them? What the letters stand for? Because some people don't know, and just give us a little history behind it.
Yeah, it's the Texas Track and Field Coaches Association. There's a little over 700 coaches that are now members. Most are members through attending the Winter Clinic. You attend a Winter Clinic, it's automatic membership. But we get a lot that send in an independent membership. And what we do is we are helping to not only publicize the sport in the state of Texas, but behind the scenes, we're working with and talking with UIL, which everyone knows moves at a very deliberate and slow pace. So just because things don't happen as quickly as we'd like doesn't mean there isn't conversation going on. We've got open lines of communication with TAPS, Texas Relays, and some of the subtle changes that have happened over the years are because of these conversations, and there are more coming. But that's really what we're doing. We're trying to, advocate for the coaches to make the sport, which is already great in the state of Texas, even better, and take care of some of the concerns.
Cool. So do y'all get involved in, like, just say UIL got a certain rule about how something should go? Do y'all contest that or try to get it changed, or is that something y'all involved in as well?
Oh yeah, through their legislative council process.
Okay.
Oh yes, yeah, we do that, and Mr. Zapata, with UIL and Joseph Garman, they contact myself and or Shelton Irvin, the head coach down at Humble Summer Creek. They'll contact us through email or text and run some ideas by us. And granted, not everything, as mentioned, will happen quickly because UIL is a different animal.
Oh yeah.
It's not, they just can't make a decision. Oftentimes they're the messenger. Superintendents have to, side with it. Then the state, education commissioner, he's got to sign off on things. Whereas someone like TAPS, by the time you get home from a meeting, TAPS can make a change. They don't have to answer to anyone. So
okay.
It's a different process.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. That's good information there. Let's get to this winter clinic. So it's a big deal. Looks like it's even bigger this year. I was looking at that roster. I'm like, oh, okay, we're doing that. We're going to get to the presenters as well. What can coaches expect to get from the clinic and to see at the clinic this in 2025 in January? That's coming up.
Well, as you already hinted at, Shelton and I, when planning this year's list of presenters, we're thinking, all right, well, the United States did tremendous in the Olympics. Let's just carry through that theme. So as you saw, there are multiple Olympians, athletes. There are multiple, coaches of athletes. So it's a very it's a well-respected group of coaches and athletes who are going to bring a ton of knowledge in every single event. So coaches, even if you're listening with half of your ear, you're going to get knowledge that will make you better, will make your team better, make your whole program better. You can't help but learn from this group.
Yeah, and as y'all can see, you can see the background here. We have Michelle Freeman, Jasmine Moore, Carl Lewis is on there. I'm looking at the list now. We have Joe Brown, Olympian, discus, Michelle Carter, gold medal, Olympian, shot put. Rick Dunn is going to be there. Sue Humphreys, Olympic high jump coach. Let's see. Also, they have a round table that's going to be going on. I'm going to ask you this. I know Carl Lewis is going to be there. Is he going to be selling his book there as well? Is going to be a setup for that?
For the Speed and Science book, yeah, and as well, Coach Tellez should be there signing it.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Good deal. So also at that winter clinic, the Hall of Fame ceremony. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how coaches can get the tickets to, just if they want to go to that?
Yeah, this is the 16th annual Hall of Fame. For the second year now, we've grown to the point where we're actually having a sit-down dinner beforehand. It is inside the Texas Sports Hall of Fame on the campus of Baylor University. Ribeye dinner before the seven members of the new class are inducted, and tickets are actually you can reserve tickets on the registration form itself, which is on the website, or I've sent hundreds out through social media and through email. As well, on the website, the Hall of Fame page of the website will be updated over the weekend for purchase of tickets if it's not coming through the school's business office off the registration form.
Okay. Let me ask you this too. Coaches Clinic, like the Winter Clinic that's coming up. Why is that important for coaches to come? What's your take on that?
It's important because as coaches, if we stop learning, then we're doing a disservice to our kids and our program. I mean, it's that simple. Yeah. There is no I mean, when you listen to Vince Anderson, one of the great speed gurus, when he sits down next to you and he tells you, I'm going to a clinic in hopes that I can pick up one thing. All right. Well, if Vince is going to clinics to learn, then it's probably good that that we've got to go to. Our kids deserve it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that simple. Our student athletes are worth attending a clinic and trying to learn new approaches, new cues. It might be a new drill. It might be worth, after Michelle Carter presents, it might be neat to, stand with her after her presentation and pick her brain for another half hour in a more intimate setting, one of the side rooms, where she can give you a more one-on-one demonstration. No, your foot needs to be here, not here. That's why your young athlete isn't getting the trajectory that she needs. When she can literally sit there with you and grab your foot and tell you, this is how it should be. Do you feel that? So, yeah, I mean, when you have someone like Michelle, or Leo Manzano, it's hard not to learn.
Yeah. And the sport it changes. It's not the same. The sport is going to change.
Yeah, and whether you're in TAPS or SPC or UIL or one of the smaller associations, homeschool, TCAF, whatever, there's 17 events in Texas. That's a lot of events to learn when most of our coaches are also, in the classroom, whether it's teaching literature or, PE, whatever it may be. There's 17 events. These people will help you become better at these events.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a head coach, you'll feel better that your assistants are now more confident.
Yeah. I think it's really important. And also the networking,
Oh,
yeah. You're going to meet a lot of coaches from different places, they might know something you don't know.
Exactly. Last year, we're pushing 600 coaches now.
Nice.
The networking, like you mentioned, there are coaches who are very successful, using a certain technique, and you haven't thought of it. I had a high jumper that I was working with a couple years ago privately, and I couldn't figure something out. So I called Sue Humphrey. She saw something on video. She told me about it that I didn't see. And I brought it to this young athlete, and it changed everything. It's just because I needed another set of eyes.
Yeah. Coach Humphreys, I just had one of her athletes on here yesterday. Coach Humphreys, I'm gonna get you on this show. We gonna make this happen. We gonna make it happen. We gonna make it happen. She's a well-known coach, and
She's tremendous.
Yeah. So yeah, coaches, y'all need to get out, because I know some coaches, y'all might feel that you got a certain way of doing stuff. You don't want to change, but times are changing now, guys. Athletes they built different now.
Yeah,
they're not the same.
And I understand the idea of not wanting to change, but we tell our athletes all the time, you need to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
We need to do that too.
Yeah.
And maybe you don't have to change, but at least keep an open mind and hear about these other techniques. There may be something that it's like, all right, I probably can at least integrate that into what I am doing. And for a lot of coaches, if Sue Humphrey, for example, or Michelle Freeman says, this is how we did our relays, and you're thinking, well, we did it like that too. So now it reaffirms that you're on the right path. We just don't have Olympic athletes, but we're doing our athletes, we're doing them right.
Yeah. You're exactly right. So I seen something. I know you posted a few weeks ago, and I seen it on the website. So the coaches get some type of credits, or can you explain that?
Yeah, we are certified as an educational provider with the state of Texas. So inside everyone's welcome pack is a certificate for 32 professional development hours. You get 20 for attending the in-person clinic. And then over the last few years, we've had Monday through Thursday night from 6 to 9 p.m., a virtual clinic, through Zoom, and speakers from around the country. You just join in. Those 12 with the 20, you're guaranteed 32 hours of professional development.
Okay. Coaches, like I said, if y'all are interested in those credits, that is available. How often do you? I think a question is coming up.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. It's just a question. It's not pertaining to the clinic, but they just want to ask you this. How often do you deal with young coaches and help them along the way? I guess, giving them tips and things of that sort.
Actually, all the time. And that's part of what happens. You mentioned networking earlier. So you'll get coaches like Shelton or a coach like a Lewis Edmondson or John Turk at St. Mark's. And at the clinic themselves, they will network. We are also starting this year a TTFCA mentorship program, and that is our first target. And this was not a plan. You didn't ask that question in response to this. It just happened to be pure coincidence, is that David Thurchak, a member of our board, the head coach at St. Mary's Hall, wanted to start a mentorship program with the association a couple of years ago. And this happens to be the time that we're actually going to start it. And the early topic is going to be mentoring the young coach,
Okay.
who's just getting started. Because one of our board members, Randy Bermea, who was a great hurdler in high school, in college in the Conference USA, was at Harlingen, now up at Rockwall. Well, he is and still is a very young coach who, through the clinic, when he attended and we asked him to speak a couple years ago, has really been able to hone his craft. So it is beneficial that way to the young coaches to get into conversations with, the elder coaches.
Yeah, IG is really picking up on this comment. It says Coach Stewart has been a wonderful mentor for me over the past 20 years.
Uh-oh.
Coach 84. I have to look it up and see who it is. But shout out to you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. And that's needed. That's needed. The older coaches reaching out to the young coaches, trying to guide them, through what they need to get through, as far as developing athletes, what to look for in athletes. Because like I say, we don't have this gray hair for nothing. We might know a little bit more, we might know a little bit more, man. And it's a great thing to see that. And I'm glad you're creating that program as well.
But still, even though we've got the gray in the beard, there is still a ton to learn.
Oh yeah,
just
that's Coach. Is that David Kaiser? UT Tyler.
Oh, David Kaiser.
Kaiser. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Okay.
He and I go back.
Shout out to Coach.
We go back a long way.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, he shot me out on IG here, and IG is really picking up too. So the Coaches Clinic, Winter Clinic is happening, guys. You can go to X. You can follow TTFCA on X. Just put TTFCA in there. The website. Can you tell us a little bit about your website? Because it's a lot of information on it. I know you can't probably get to all of it, but you have a lot of information, a lot of good information on that on your website.
There is a lot of information, and it's really because I have a very patient wife. Because, well, I mean, when you have jobs, and then you have passions on the outside, and this is one of them. As well, not only just organizing stuff, but keeping the website, somewhat up to date.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of work, but we try to provide as much information as possible for the coaches. We're working on right now getting the 2025 calendar updated, which is sort of a conglomeration of Mile Split, Athletic, and a few other sites, so our coaches see it all in one location. And coaches are constantly sending me meet information to post, which I promise I'll update this weekend.
Let's see. So this question is coming from IG. They want to know how often do out-of-state coaches come to your clinics, and are some coming in January?
Out-of-state coaches come every single year. Now, and that's really because of social media. We don't send a lot of emails outside of Texas to promote. I have this year Arkansas, Kansas, Oklahoma, but almost every year we will get coaches from those 3 states and Louisiana. I mean, it's not a huge percentage. Obviously, most of them come from Texas, but every year we do get coaches from Oklahoma, Kansas, and Arkansas because their clinics are usually at different times than ours. And I think we have a tremendous cast that they want to come see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So out of state coaches, y'all are welcome. So come
You are
on
more
down and get registered. Yeah. Come down and get registered.
Yeah.
Let's see. We talked about that. Oh, hotel reservations. How does that work?
If you go to the website and click on the Winter Clinic page, when you scroll down just a little bit, there is a phone number you can call, or there are live links for the Hilton, which is connected to the Waco Convention Center, or the Courtyard by Marriott, which is across the street. I mean, literally, you can throw a rock from one hotel to the other. And both links are there. The passcode is there for, the discounted room rate. It's already embedded inside the link. Or if you feel more comfortable making a phone call, the 800 number is there to call.
Cool. And Stuart, I want to apologize to you because I told you I was going to race Mike, and I'm not there yet. Because we're supposed to be racing at this winter clinic.
Yeah, you and Mike Cunningham.
I don't think I can make that 60 meters. I don't think I can do it. I'm not physically ready. I'm mentally ready, but I'm not physically ready for that.
I understand. I saw a meme the other day. It's like, mentally I'm 29. I've got the sense of humor of a 12-year-old, but physically it's like I fought in the Civil War. So I understand. That was a meme to me. So
really?
I hear you.
Guys, that's the website there. You can go there and get the information about the clinic. Are there any other activities that might be going on at the clinic that we didn't talk about? I know we talked about the Hall of Fame. We're talking about the presenters. Of course, I'll be there, guys. Also, I'll be there doing interviews. Make sure you stop by my table. Is it anything else? Oh, the vendors. What vendors are going to be there?
Let's talk about some of the vendors. Yeah. Because if you want, we can touch on, some of the other some of the other vendors that we bypassed. But as far as vendors, 3 more are actually joining us this year. They reached out to me. They said they want to be a part of it. One is called O2 Boost, which is Oxygen Boost. On Track and Field has reached out to us. As always, E-Online Sports, from Bruce Caldwell, Track Barn, Carl's a huge supporter. MF Athletic. In fact, with MF, we've started the Ed Marcinkiewicz Community Service Award. For those that remember, Big Ed, a huge supporter and inspiration for track and field in the state of Texas. Gil, Richie, UCS, Exact Track, VS, Texas Mile Split, Boland FX. So you can get all your starter shells right there. Image Maker for, your record boards, Easy Smart Fundraiser, Legendary Sports Equipment, BSN. I mean, it's a whole collection of track and field related vendors and products. They're all going to be there. They're all very loyal, and we're loyal to them as well.
Yeah, and like you were saying, they will be able to make like orders on. I know Gil is going to be there, so they'll be able to make order. If they want to order a starter stand or something like that, they'll be able to place their order there, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Good deal.
Yeah. Right in there.
Yeah, some more. We could talk about some more of those Hall of Famers. And so, who are some of the inductees this year for the Hall of Fame?
Well, we've got James Lott, great high jumper. His daughter signed her, collegiate scholarship. She was a heptathlete that Coach Turek worked with. Jimmy Howard, another great high jumper. Coach Bevan down at Rice, and one of his great throwers, now Dr. Kavanaugh, Regina Kavanaugh. I'd have to pull up the list. If I click on a link, is that going to take me away?
I don't think so. It might not. I don't know. Let's see.
I have a tab open that lists all the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. You probably can open up. Yeah, if you open up another tab, you should be good. You'll be good.
All right. So we got Jim Bevan, Regina Kavanaugh, Jimmy Howard, James Lott, Bobby Gilbreth. He is a posthumous. He was a great sprinter, 30, 40 years ago. Robert Speedy Gonzalez as well. And one of the great coaches in the Dallas area, Jerry Sutterfield. Jerry Sutterfield is now a very well-respected official, but Jerry did a tremendous job for many years at Dallas Highland Park.
Okay. Nice.
Don Garrett, one of the voices of Texas relays and track in Texas and around the country. Don is going to continue as the MC. We've already been contacted by many of our current Hall of Famers that they will be in attendance. Earl Young will be in attendance, Jolanda Jones, Robot Martin. They'll all be in attendance to welcome in the new class. And I know I'm missing several. Carlette Guidry will be there.
Okay. When is the itinerary going up for the clinic?
The itinerary will go up next week, actually. We know the presenters. We're just putting the time slots together, Coach Irvin and I, Saturday night. So that will go up either Sunday or early in the week. We've got a rough draft of it, but we've got to verify that all the times are good with all the presenters and a couple that we have to fly in.
Okay. Yeah, so guys, go follow TTFCA on X. You can get your updates there. You can get your updates on my Texas Track That podcast on X, Facebook. You know where to find me. I'll put out some updates there. But if you want the immediate updates as soon as it posts, you want to go to TTFCA on X because it's going to be posted there first. So you need to go there. And also, like I said, the website is there, ttfca.org as well. So the itinerary should be coming out soon. So you can see what days you want to come out to see the presenter or whatnot. Pizza buffet. I know y'all had that pizza buffet last year. Let's get to the important stuff.
Let's talk pizza. Because several years ago when we were in Addison at the Crown Plaza, and this was a few stops ago because we were at the Great Wolf before, we would always lose attendees Saturday when there were great speakers because it's like, well, we're hungry. We want to go out and get lunch. So for the last few years, we've brought pizza in and everybody stays because if there's pizza, you attract a party.
Oh yeah. Yes,
and
indeed.
one of my favorite pizza places that's not a chain, which is in Waco, is Paparolo's on Valley Mills. I've been eating there since I was about 12. and they're
It's pretty
bringing,
good.
they're bringing in the pizza.
Oh, nice. So if you like pizza, hey,
good.
that's the place to be.
It's
You got a shout out on IG, Coach McCarroll. He says, looking forward to the Winter Clinic. This will be the best clinic yet.
Coach McCarroll out of McMurray.
Yeah, that's what. Yep.
Yeah,
I think that's it. Yep.
Yeah, I love the McMurray staff. Yeah, McMurray does. McMurray does a tremendous job. All they do is win conference rings every year.
Yeah,
and he's a really good pole vault coach, and he's one of those young coaches. Speaking like we did before, he's an excellent coach, tactician, but he's also a young coach who, when you see a young college coach learning from veteran coach, it's like, well, I have to learn as well. There's no reason I shouldn't be doing that. Oh, I hear your dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of them. I have two, so
fair enough.
He's probably hungry. And like you say, you're right. You're right. You got to keep learning. For the coaches, who's watching this, don't ever think you got the key to the box and you don't need to learn anything else. But like I say, it's
not at all. I mean, at my school, and I'm sorry, but at my school, I coached the verticals. I coached the verticals, and just to give Coach McCarroll, I mean, he's working hard. He's got a big pole vault competition coming up soon out in his area that people need to go to. But when I go to pole vault only competitions, in addition to taking pictures, but man, you just talk to any coach, they're going to share the information. You're sitting there watching them coach their athletes. If you ask them a question, they'll answer. I learned the best stuff I ever learned was sitting at Texas Relays with all the vault coaches and asking Tom Hayes and Coach Compton. It's like, why did you say that and not this? They'll tell you. Yep. It's not a secret, and you learn.
Yep. You're right. And I'll tell you, for all the coaches who are on this show watching right now, you're thinking about going, you're not sure, go. You need to go. Win last year. Every coach I interacted with at that clinic last year told me they enjoyed themselves. They're coming back this year. They had a great time. It was very informational. Like I say, the networking is crazy. You need to get there. It is what it is, guys. I'm telling you, it is what it is. If you want to make yourself better, go ahead.
And you mentioned the networking, and I'm sorry, I just thought of something. You mentioned the networking because, I mean, you see this, it's gray now. It wasn't when we started, and that was only a half hour ago, and all of a sudden it's gray. But for those young coaches, once again, talk and get mentors. You mentioned David Kaiser from UT Tyler on here. He's one of my mentors. I mean, I'll tell you that right in front of everybody so he can hear it, but he is definitely one of my mentors. And we talk, once a month, once every other month. But he is someone that I know that if I need something, it's David, I can't figure this out. I can call him. You need people like that in your coaching circles because we don't know everything, and we have to be the first honest with ourselves.
Yep.
Because if not, our athletes will know.
Exactly. Yeah, you're exactly right.
I'll find out the answer.
Yep.
Get yourself a circle of people you trust.
Yep. Build that network up where if you don't know that answer, hey, give me a second. I can find out. I can find out. Let me call somebody real quick. Let's see. I think that's. Let me check. Registration. Let's go through registration.
Okay.
How can they get registered?
Any number of ways. On the website is the registration form. Your business office can email if a W-9 is needed. On the website, there is also, if you want to pay independently, there are PayPal links. I've sent registration forms out via email, through social media. If by chance none of that works and you're, just late deciding and you want to show up the day of, that's fine too. You can walk right up. We'll have registration forms there available for you to fill out on site. So any way you want to get to the clinic is possible.
Yeah. Indeed. So it's going to be in Waco, guys, at the Waco Convention Center.
Yep, January 3rd and 4th.
Yep, January 3rd and 4th. I'm just typing in the comments now for those who don't want to know the dates. Stuart, is there anything else you want to talk about regarding the clinic and everything?
Honestly, I think we pretty much covered everything. It's a
Okay.
great lineup. I didn't do the exact count, but of the 20 presentations that happened, there's got to be just roughly 14 or 15 that are being instructed by either Olympic athletes or coaches of Olympians. Like we mentioned, Leo Manzano, Olympian, Sue Humphrey, coaches, Olympians. So there are plenty of great opportunities. Mike Cunningham, who's the hype man of the nation, he'll help get everybody introduced. And
Yeah.
UIL with Joseph Garman and Ray Zapata, they have requested to speak early on Friday on the state of of track and field in Texas and questions and concerns. So if you're coming, you want to get there early. If you have questions for UIL, just keep in mind, sometimes we get angry when decisions are passed down.
Mhm.
We have to keep in mind as well, oftentimes they are the messenger. And I'm not saying that because they asked me. I'm saying that because once you've been to enough legislative council meetings, we know they don't necessarily make all the decisions. Sometimes it comes down to them and they have to be the bearer of good or bad news.
All right, give me that. So when are they going to speak? I'm going to type it in the comments here. UIL?
They're going to be one of the first presenters on
Okay.
Friday. I don't know if they'll be 11 o'clock or noon, but they're going to be early on Friday the 3rd.
Friday the 3rd.
That's per their request. I know they've got a lot of different events going on that they've got to get to, but they will be here and they do want to talk with everyone. And they'll answer any questions with concerns or whatever we got. So,
and they're going to be going over updates for the new season and things like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. IG says looking forward to attending the Winter Clinic again this year, and that is PTE Hurdle headquarters. Who do we have speaking? Do you have somebody speaking on hurling?
Yes,
Hurling
a great coach. He is a USATF hurdle chairman. A lot of coaches will know this name because he's been around a while. Tony Vini.
Okay.
I spent a lot of time at UCLA as an athlete and a coach. Now I think he's at Chapman out on the West Coast, but he is speaking on hurdles, both hurdles, sprint and intermediate.
Nice. Guys, so get there. It's looking at this roster, all the events look like you're gonna have presenters on them. So you had shot put. Was it anybody on there for pole vault? I didn't.
Pole vault was just taken care of yesterday. I was waiting for a couple of people. to tell me whether they could, and we just confirmed it yesterday. It's going to be Jeff Bray, who actually lives in the Waco area, runs a club down there, zero gravity. But Jeff was a premier vaulter himself at Florida State back in the day. He's also connected with the Richards family. Bob Richards, one of the great Olympians, 52, 56 Olympics, first guy on the Wheaties box, and Brandon Richards and his, Brandon, it's a long history of track and field with the Braves, and he is going to speak.
All right. Nice. So guys, get there. Get registered. You still got time. So is the registration going to stay open, or is it going to close?
No.
Okay.
The registration will stay open. That way, people, like I mentioned, even if they want to walk up, and we usually get about 25 to 30 walk-ups every year.
Okay, that's good to know.
Life gets in the way, and we just forget, so we bring the form with us. That's no big deal. And as far as Carl's presentation, let me just point out something. Carl Lewis, he is not doing a presentation per se. He is going to answer questions. So if you're going to attend Carl on sprints, have questions ready for him.
Let me type this. Okay, that alone is
yeah, he's not doing a prepared presentation. He wants questions to answer. I gotta be honest. I think if Carl is going to answer a question that I have about track and field, I'm going to ask it.
I think I'm gonna go because I need to know how I can get faster for this math.
Well, yeah, you and Mike. In fact, you and Mike might be demonstrating during his presentation.
That'd be a bad demonstration on what not to do. This is what y'all don't do here.
There you go. And Coach Tube, by the way, Coach Tube will also be there, and they're going to film and archive a lot of this.
Coach Tube, okay,
yeah, as they've done in the past.
So, they're going to be live streaming, Coach.
Not live streaming,
but
they're going to film a lot of the presentations and then archive them to where, if, for example, you attend and you didn't get to see because you wanted to see shot put, but something else was going on at the same time, and you sent your staff to go see something, you can come back over the next 3 months and watch whatever you missed. And then after the archival date is up, then they sell everything. And we end up making a little bit of money here and there.
Okay. Another thing, I seen something about a virtual clinic. How does that work?
So the clinic ends Saturday afternoon. Everybody is tired Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday after the clinic from 6 p.m. to 9, 3 sessions a night over 4 nights. So that's 12 more hours of virtual presenters through Zoom, hosted by Coach Tube. So they will then archive all of those presentations. You can watch them for free with a code that we'll provide. And then after a few months, like I said, the archive becomes for sale. But as a TTFCA member, once I have your name, I'll send the database to Coach Tube. They'll be able to respond with a code giving you access to the virtual clinics you may have missed. Because I'll be at track practice. I myself might not even get home in time for the first one. So I know I can log in with the passcode later and watch what I may have missed.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, guys, if you miss it, you can go that route. But if you can get there, like I say, And that's a big deal. Carl Lewis in there answering the questions, and yeah, that's a big deal there. And Coach Freeman's going to be so. Coach Freeman, she's speaking on the relays and
She
sprints.
is.
Okay,
She is.
okay, good deal, good deal, good
Guaranteed
deal.
to make all of our second legs just like Sydney.
Yeah, nice. Maybe me and Mike need to put a relay together.
Yeah, there it is. Me,
Uh,
Mike.
yeah. I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna get on last leg because I know it's not gonna make it around. So I'm gonna be good. So
Fair enough.
uh, but all right. So before we get out of there, is there anything else?
As far as the clinic is concerned, no, this is it. I mean, it's
Okay.
as I said, we've grown to, pushing 600 coaches from the early days in a Holiday Inn up in Addison where we, had 125, 150. And if Coach Kaiser's still on, he remembers those early days when, it was growing and starting to, gain ground a little bit. And then we went to the Great Wolf. We outgrew that, which was a good sign. And now we're, like I said, we're in a good spot. We're in Central Texas, pushing 600. We want to surpass that and, be the voice for the state of Texas. And like you mentioned earlier, if you're from another state, you're obviously more than welcome. The knowledge doesn't change just because you go back home. So
Yeah,
come and join us.
Yeah, guys, y'all come out. I'll be there. I'll be doing interviews, some giveaways. Oh, and also I got the trimmers. I got some trimmers to give away. If y'all want those hair trimmers, y'all need to get there early. I'm gonna be there both days, so get there early. Yep, that's it. That's it there. Yep. I got those hair trimmers. They're gonna go fast, and I think I was out probably within the first hour or so. So I just here you go.
See, now it's my turn. I got to give you some props too, because with the growth of the clinic and your attendance, you're giving coaches now an opportunity at zero cost to them to promote their program. I mean, there's coaches here who are doing tremendous things. They've got wonderful kids and athletes, and they're doing great stuff, whether it's going to indoor meets or, this kid has just set a great PR. It may not even be college worthy, but the kid is all of a sudden incredibly confident in life and everything. And you're going to provide a platform for coaches to promote their programs. And that's important.
Yeah, it's I enjoy doing it. And the coaches I talked to last year, they had fun. We had fun. We had a great time.
Yeah.
We had a great time. I enjoy listening to them talk about the athletes. They enjoy, talking. And like I say, that's why I set up this platform. It's here for y'all to use. Get out there and brag on yourself, brag on your athletes, because you earned it, and and they earned it. But yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, and like I said, I love doing it. We had fun. We had fun. I'm bringing them back the wheel again. You can spin. There's gonna be some big prizes on there. The wheel is a little sketchy, but I will let y'all spin.
Well, it hasn't fallen off and hurt anyone yet, so we're okay.
Well, we have some big prizes over there. I'm not going to reveal the prizes yet. Y'all see them when y'all get there, but y'all gonna really enjoy it. So, but other than that, go to ttfca.org. Get registered if you have any questions. If they have questions, you want them to email you, or do you want them to
email me? TTFCA at hotmail.com. But the other thing you mentioned, how great is it where you can go to a clinic and take your picture with Carl, take your picture with Leo Manzano, silver medalist, take your picture with Jasmine Moore, the first American woman to compete in long and triple, and she's a local girl out of Mansfield. Or Michelle Carter. Take your picture with Kadivas Robinson, Olympian. And Billy Nelson's going to talk, on the steeplechase again, because the steeple is in part because of, how Texas Relays has helped us. It's becoming a popular event. A lot of new high school tracks are putting in a steeple.
Oh, I didn't know that. Really? Oh, okay.
Hockaday in Dallas put in a brand new track last year, has a steeple. St. Mark's has a steeple. Lovejoy has a steeple. Antonian in San Antonio put in a steeple. It's becoming a popular event. It's a great event to watch.
Yeah. And we just said, it's track and field. It changes. It's changing.
Yeah.
It's evolving. Let's just say that it's evolving.
I'm waiting for the day when we can throw the javelin again in Texas like we did prior to World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not that old, but the research is.
You went way back. Well, that's a while ago.
They used to throw it in UIL. It's just a long time ago.
Oh, really? Oh, so they don't. I didn't even know that. So no javelin in UIL.
No javelin.
The reason behind.
The only association in the last 5 years that has thrown the javelin in their state meet is the Homeschool Association. SPC tried. SPC governance didn't want to hear about it. They wanted to do it as a trial. TAPS was going to listen to us. We had a meeting set up, and then COVID shut us down.
Oh, okay.
So
it's a lot of kids that like that javelin. That's
when you watch, the AAU or the USATF in the summer, they're all over the state of Texas. In fact, AAU is going to be at Humble again next year. What's one of the prize competitions they're going to have? 8-year-olds are going to be throwing the turbo jab. The high schoolers will be throwing the jab. It's part of your heptathlon and decathlon. We need the jab in a state this populous.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: is that something y'all might be trying to put together to talk to UIL about?
Yes,
bringing that back.
Yes.
Okay.
It's only been 80 years, but yeah.
Gotcha. I was laughing at this IG comment. They said your email is that Hotmail. They say, you really showing your age now with that Hotmail.
Yeah, because it morphed into Outlook, but it still gets through it. Hey, at least I don't use AOL.
Yeah, we need to upgrade you, at least Gmail.
I have a Gmail. It's just not connected.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So.
Okay. Let's see.
Who was that?
One of my followers on IG.
Okay. Well, they're right.
Yeah. All right, guys. So on my screen, we got over 100 people just watching on one of my screens here. That's not counting everything else. So we're probably well over 200 people watching this. But guys, get to this clinic. Go out there, have fun, learn some things. Is it going to be I didn't see anything on the website or anything like that. Is it going to be any type of social or anything like that?
We're working on that. Yeah, we're working on it. There definitely is one Friday night, right after the induction ceremony inside the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. There is a social that Wahoo Sports Entertainment, Tom Hill's company, Wahoo is taking care of that. That's after the ceremony. But Friday evening, as far as the social, we'll try that. Most of us will, as far as the board and those connected, will be inside the Texas Sports Hall of Fame with the induction ceremony.
All right.
But there's great places right there. You got crickets right across the street, and
just type this social is Friday night. Okay. All right. I think that's about it. We covered a lot.
yeah,
And
quick hour.
yeah. And if you have any updates or anything like that, or you want, let me know. We can get you back on, and we can go over the updates and things of that sort. But other than that, guys, for the people who are watching, do y'all have any questions before we close this out? If not, we're going to close it out. If you have some, go ahead and just email TTFCA. Go to X, DM, do what you got to do to get it done.
Exactly.
Well, Coach, that's a wrap.
I appreciate it, sir.
All right. And I'll see you soon. Thank you, Coach.
Yes,
Thank y'all
sir.
for watching. Hey, y'all go follow me, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and all that good stuff. Peace. We're out.
The champs is here.
Yo, we out here on the track when the dreamers run. Each step a testament, here we get it done. Crushing all the hurdles, breaking through the pain. The Texas sun shines bright as we train in the lane. Push it to the limit, never look back. Texas track dad, we run the show. Talking fast times, how the athletes grow. In the podcast groove, we bring the heat. From the field to the mic, can't accept defeat. From Dallas to Houston, yeah, we're raising the bar. Every athlete's story, every victory a star. We hustle on the field, focus sharp like a spear. The clock's ticking down, but the finish line is near. With every single stride, we own the sound. Texas track dad, we run the show. Talking fast times, how the athletes grow. In the podcast groove, we bring the heat. From the field to the mic, can't accept defeat. From Dallas to Houston, yeah, we're raising the bar. Every athlete's story, every victory a star. We hustle on the field, focus sharp like a spear. The clock's ticking down, but the finish line is near. With every single stride, we own the sound. Texas track dad, we run the show. Talking fast times, how the athletes grow. In the podcast groove, we bring the heat. From the field to the mic, can't accept defeat. So lace up your shoes, let the journey commence. Texas track dad, we build the suspense.